Today, in a new TouchDesigner tutorial, we're going to learn feedback techniques. So first, we're going to create a simple feedback. For that, I'm going to create a circle tab, circle. Then we need to go to common, change the resolution, will be 1280 by 1280. So yeah, that. And then we go to circle and we change the resolution, will be 0.1 by 0.1. A really small circle. And my idea is move this circle. So we need to check the limit. It will be minus 0.3 and positive will be 0.3. So I'm going to create a pattern chop, pattern. And we need to go to channel, delete channel 1 and rewrite TX and TY. And pattern, my idea is move this in a circular way. So for that, we need to use sine and cosine. So for that, we have right now the TX and TY in the same position. So I need to move a little bit the TY. So in phase step per channel, I'm going to write 0.25. So right now we change TY. For the length, we need just one number, just one. And the from range, right now the number goes to -1. And we need to change that to -0.3 and 0.3. Cool. And then we add animation to the face. ABS time, that's seconds, multiply 0.2. So we animate this, the TX and TY. So right now I'm going to put this, press view active and drag and drop the TX to the center X and the center Y. And right now we have our circle moving in this way. After that, I'm going to create here a null. Why? Because sometimes you want to add something in between in the circle before the feedback. So just in case. To this null, I'm going to, you can press C and you're going to see this color palette. So I'm going to select this color. And then I'm going to add a transform because I want to paint the background. So at the background color, you have RGBA. And the A we put 1 and we enable the come over background color over. So after that, we add a null and we change the null to the name of that to out1. And we press this display and we have our circle. Nice. After the null, the first null, we create a feedback. This is always the basic or simple rule of the feedback. We have the feedback, then we have a level. To the main line of the network, we add a composite. And then we connect the level to the composite. The composite needs to be maximum. We go to the feedback, and the feedback has two parameters, target top and reset. So we're going to add a keyboard in chop, keyboard in, because we want sometimes reset this feedback. So you can see it's moving right now when I press pulse. So I'm going to press this button from the keyboard, select the feedback, and the keyboard in, drag and drop to the reset chop reference. So every time when I press my button 1 of my keyboard, I'm pressing the feedback. After that, what we need, the feedback needs the target top, and our target top is the COM1. So drag and drop, and right now we are painting. And I can go to level, go post, and change the opacity a little bit. It's very sensitive. Right now I can write 0.99 and we have this one. It's very sensitive, something like that. So yeah, this is the simple top. The simple feedback. Cool. So the question is, what else we can do with this? I'm going to go here, copy and paste. And we continue adding more things. For example, the cool thing about the circle, I'm going to move this a little bit. We can transform this like a polygon. We have a triangle. Oh, we can add more side, and we have a square. We can move this square, rotate. So I'm going to add ABS time, that's seconds, multiply minus 20. Oh, no, we need faster. Minus 50. Faster. 150. Yeah. Cool. What else we can do? We can change the fill. I want transparent, and I want to put border color to white, and we add the border width a little bit. So we can create things like that. Moving. What else we can do? We can add here. I'm going to add here the circle. I'm going to add a noise. With the noise, I'm going to monochrome disable that because I want color. The output, I want just a noise. And I'm going to add here to the main net line or network a composite. And then connect this to here. And right now we have our square with color. So it's that. We can change to the noise here to the period to maybe 5. And I'm going to add animation. And it will be ABS time, that seconds, multiply 0.1. So right now we're changing the color every time here. So yeah, we can create things like that. And right now we are just changing the base image. So right now what happened, I'm going to again copy and paste. What happened if I want to the form of this displace the feedback? So right now I'm going to go to the circle. I don't need the border. I don't need the border. I want to fill again, and I want a circle. Cool. So for me, what I'm going to do is a easy way. It's like, okay, what happened if I create a noise? With the noise, we go to output, RGB, we need just the noise, and just that. And I'm going to add here a displace. And I connect this noise to the second input of the displace. I'm going to break this, don't worry. The displace is very sensitive, so in the display weight, we go here, and we change the number to a very low number, maybe 0.01. So you can see we are affecting this feedback. I can animate this so we can see what happened. I don't know, maybe nothing. ABS time, that seconds, multiply 0.1. Oh yeah, it's moving. I like it. Okay, I'm going to just put it there, copy and paste, and asking, okay, what happened with the feedback is we just add a display and a noise, and it's doing something with the last frame, because that is what happened with the feedback. We are adding the previous frame every time. So what happened if we add more information? With that, we're going to have more details. For example, the noise right now is black and white. What happened if we disable the monochrome? Okay, it's more liquid, this effect. I like it. I can add more harmonics. It's like, I don't know, it's like smoke, something like that. I can change the amplitude to 0.2, more details. I can change things. This is like liquid. This is smoke with just changing the harmonic of the noise. I like this one. I prefer give you a lot of options. And copy and paste again. And what I'm going to do is add more details. So we have more things, more details to this feedback. To the noise, I'm going to change the harmonics to 10. And I like this smoke effect, but I want something better. So for that, I'm going to the feedback and create a slope. And the slope, what does is detect the edge of this shape. Right now I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to change the strength to 4. And you can see we are detecting the edge. Nice. So right now I'm going to merge or combine the noise and the slope together with a composite. And the operation will be average. So I want to see what happened when I change this noise. I'm going to connect to the displace. Going to connect. You see, now this smoke effect is real, like a smoke. Why? Because this noise is not too simple, it's more complex. It's affecting in a different way the edges. Yes. So right now, again, I can show you the noise, just the noise. And it's okay, but with this average, it's more like a smoke. You can play with the level a little bit, with opacity. So it's like you want to or not more smoke things. Cool. So right now you can see all the things that we did just with the feedback. Just press 1 and reset everything. The white, we add color, we change shape, and then we add the displays. I'm going to just leave it there. Okay, so right now I'm going to copy the first one, paste, enable this, and I'm going to inside. Now I don't need the animation. I just need the circle, but I'm going to disable this center. I'm going to put 0. Press 1, just reset the feedback. And now I want a border. So the field, the color, just alpha will be 0, 0. The border, the border will be white. And the border width will be a little bit, something like that. Then we need a square. So we enable polygon, and the side we need 4. And I'm going to change the radius a bit 1. Okay. So for example, right now we have activated the feedback and nothing happened. Why? Because with the other example, we have something is moving. What happens when we have something is not moving? We can duplicate, or we can translate or transform. So here I'm going to add a transform. We have a lot of options. I'm going to show you one by one. So right now, just changing the scale, small. So it's creating it's like duplicating the same element, but it's just scaling. I can do it in a small way, and it's like changing the distance, or I can change a bigger one, change the distance. So yeah, we can create something like that, moving just with like animation. If I create something like this, you go to level, and you can change the opacity and create like a fog effect, or you just put 1 and it's infinite white all the time. So what I'm going to do, maybe change a little bit the opacity to create like this depth. And I'm going to add pattern. Yes, a pattern, chop pattern. And what I want to do is animate this scale. Will be 0.9 to 1.1. Yeah, why not? So with the pattern, we go to channel and we change the name to SCL for scale. For length, we select just 1. The from range will be -1 to 1, and the range will be 0.9 to 1.1. And we animate the face will be ABS time, that's seconds, multiply 0.1. And we add that to the scale from the transform. It's too slow, we can add more speed. So what I'm going to do, change the radius of this so you can see what's going on. Going to change again the speedness of this. But right now we are it's like duplicating. It's like an instant effect, but it's just changing the scale of that feedback, just that. Copy and paste this one, and we need to talk about another element. Right now I'm going to disable the animation and scale a small size, something like that. I'm going to change this radius of this square, a bigger one. Cool. And then I'm going to just really put this scale there, because maybe we want to use it after all of this. And right now what I'm going to do is change the rotation. I'm going to move a little bit so you can see what's going on. We are moving, each of these elements is moving every time. So if we add more rotation, like maybe -5, they have things like that. So I'm going to go to this pattern that I copy, go to channel, change the name to rotate or like rotate. And now my range will be -5 to 5. And I'm going to add the rotation or animation to the rotate. So right now we create this animation. I can go to level again, put the opacity 1, and we see this full effect. Cool. Going to again, copy and paste, going inside of this one. Disable the rotate because right now I just want to just normal like that. I'm going to again copy and paste this pattern, and now what we can do is use translate. I'm going to move to the left, I'm going to the right. So right now it's very sensitive, it's 0.03 and -0.03. So I'm going to, with this pattern, I'm going to go channel and will be TX. And the pattern here to range will be -0.03 and 0.03. And I'm going to paste that to the translate X. Right now it's like dancing or like a tail, something like that. And I'm going to copy and paste this pattern and going to channel and I'm going to select TY. I'm going to put that data animation to the TY and see what happens. So we are moving, and the cool thing we can maybe change will be the Y not too much, 0.2. We can change the position of that. Oh yeah, we create an animation like that. I'm going to copy and paste. So we figured out that we can add, if you have 2 parameters, we can send 2 different data. So with the translate, I'm going to stop everything and ask me, return to the beginning, what happened with the scale. And with the scale, I'm going to change the scale, will be scale X, the name. I'm going to copy and paste. And then this one will be scale Y. I'm going to paste the scale X to the scale X. And you can see right now, just the other is static, but we are animating that one, just the X. Again, I'm going to copy and paste because I like to see what happened if I do something and then adding more things. So I'm going to add the scale Y. Right now it's code like the beginning, but we're going to change this range. Maybe the Y will be smaller and then bigger. So we create things like that. And maybe it's always smaller, between 0.8 and 0.9. So we create things like that. And we can ask what happened. We rotate the main shape. I'm going to put more rotation. So we create weird things like that. What happened in this case, right now we are cutting these edges, so these weird things happen, but I like it too. So I'm going to just add animation, ABS time, that's seconds, multiply -25. Yeah. And the cool thing you need to think is we can go to radius and change the size. What happened if we create things like that? If you want, I don't know, let me put just maybe static. Yes, in the center. 0.4545. So we have things like that. So you need to think in the feedback you can change the main shape and something in the feedback. So I'm going to copy and paste. And right now we're going to put together everything and see if we break something. I'm going to add rotation to the feedback, rotate. So we have things like that. And now I'm going to add the translate. Translate X, translate Y. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to start maybe this animation, this rotate from the main shape will be 0. So right now we are rotating the shape. I'm going to level from the feedback. I'm going to add a little bit of opacity. And maybe for the rotation on translate, we can add more things. I'm going to put the Y will be a long number, minus 0.05 and 0.05. We can add more rotation. Maybe it will be 15 and 15. So we create weird things like that. Yeah, why not? And for the scale, what happened? We add more all the time bigger. No, I'm going to put like before. Yeah. We can control the opacity again. So we create everything, mixing. Let's see what happened. You can see what happened. It just transform in one way. Just rotation. Maybe the rotation is too much. I'm going to put -5 and 5. Something I delete something like when pressing 1. Let me check. Oh, sorry, 0 here. And I put 0 in the TY or TX, something like that. So yeah, okay. So we have that, and again now we have that, and enable the TY. We have things like that. I like it. Okay, and I'm going to put more opacity to the level. And remember, always we can add here the color. And for the color, we can again create a noise, enable it's not monochrome, it's full color. The output will be noise. And we add here a composite, connect each other. We have color to the noise. The period will be, I don't know, 4. And we can animate this to ABS time. That's seconds multiplied 0 by 1. We have color. Nice. And obviously we can enable the rotation of this shape. And again, we have all of this shape just repeating, rotating, translate, and in one direction and everything. And yeah, mixing things. Okay. What else we can do? I'm going to copy the first one and paste. Going to inside. What I'm going to do is I don't need this transform. And for the circle, right now we need a circle. And we need to put color inside. I need to the rays be not too big, something like that. And I need to add color. So I'm going to add a noise. Again, output will be noise. Transform, we're going to animate ABS time. That's seconds, multiply 0.1. Let me see, maybe I write it wrong. ABS time, yeah. Enable the monochrome, disable, and then period 4, and then we're going to create a composite here and put together. Nice, we have this shape. You can say me why you don't just, I can show you. Create here a noise. Do the same. You can do that. But you're going to have, like, I did it, but we have problems. Like here we can put a multiply and enable things. The first we have a background, a black color at the background. So it's like, okay, don't worry, put 0. But right now we have the shape. You can see it's transparent. We have the alpha. Right now I need something full, no alpha in the shape. So that is the reason that I don't use noise here. So I'm going to put the noise, this compo. And a simple thing that we can add here is sometimes when you create a simple shape or you have your visual, sometimes you see ways use black color at the background. But what happens if we want maybe a red one? It's horrible. It's blue. It's not too good. It's So how you can fix that? Sometimes at the beginning you start using a ramp and then you put it in the background. But for me, if I want something natural, blend together or mix together with the shape is using the feedback. And the feedback, I add a blur. And the blur needs to go to the maximum. And the compo needs to be over, I think. So I always confuse all overlay and over, yeah. And press 1. Go to level needs to be 1. As you can see, because I add animation to this shape, the background is the same shape, but using blur. So it's like create like a animated background, but it's like moving as the same way as the visual. Sometimes we have this problem, like it's almost the same color, but with the level, you can go to prey and go to brightness and change a little bit, maybe the brightness. So it's like you have the main shape and you have a background. Not too complicated like that. Or you can change the gamma and you create like a glow area. And that you can add the contrast. I think it's contrast. Yeah, sorry, pronunciation of that. And right now it's like light at the background, but you have the center. It's just the visual. Okay, that is a trick that I use a lot for painting backgrounds. So these are all the effects. So I'm going to put, maybe my computer will collapse, but maybe I can show you just the last ones. So we have a lot of techniques here, and you have the progress. So it's like a lot of different things that you can approach things. So what I'm going to do is, what happened, I'm going to copy this one. This one is this. We mix together maybe everything, but I'm going to, inside of this smoke effect, I'm going to copy all of this feedback, because you need to ask, I think this is important to me when you have something, it asks you, what if I add this to here? So for me, I use a lot of this smoke effect. So I'm going to connect this to this null. The new feedback needs to be connected to this compo. I'm going to delete this keyboard in, move a little bit. And maybe, don't be scary, but maybe you're going to destroy it. But let me see. Okay, I like it. Cool. When you have, this is important, when you have a big visual and moving a lot, this smoke effect create like a great background color. So yeah, you need to check that just in case. You can play here with the levels if you want to maybe change that just with the contrast a little bit. Oh yeah, something like that. Level, no level, level, no level. So you'll see the difference. So yeah, we can think maybe if we add this background color, but maybe it's too much information, then maybe we're going to break it. Let me see. I'm going to paste this feedback that we create and connect this null. Check the feedback is the compo 5, yes, and then put it there. Press 1. So right now, yeah, we are painting the background, we painting everything. Maybe, yes, it's too much because it's a lot of color. So maybe in this case, doesn't work the background color. So you need to check that if you want to paint it. So yeah, you can check if all these effects work for you. But the cool thing is you can discover with, like, you can mix and add more effects. I'm going to select everything, just more and more effects, and see and break things. So yeah, these are just a few feedback techniques. Try to explore and see what happens if you add more things. And right now you need to think it's just simple feedback, and then you add noise and displays. This is just a transform, and here is just a blur. So try to discover new techniques with the feedback, and don't be afraid to break a few things. So I hope you like it. If you have any question, just send me a message on Discord or Patreon. Instagram and here on YouTube. And if you are new in this channel, please subscribe. That helped me a lot to continue doing more videos. So see you in the next video. Bye.